Hello everyone, and welcome to MJ Central, and in today's video we're going to be talking about some new information we have regarding the Michael Jackson biopic. So without further ado, let's get started. That's right everybody, new information has been revealed about the Michael Jackson biopic. We're going to read an article about it, then talk about it. Here we go. Alright everybody, so here we go. We have an article that says Lionsgate nabs Graham King's Michael Jackson biopic. John Logan, who penned The Aviator and Gladiator, will write the screenplay for Michael from the Bohemian Rhapsody producer. And here we have a wonderful picture of Michael Jackson, and let's get started. Lionsgate will team with the new Bohemian Rhapsody producer Graham King and his GK Films on Michael, the Michael Jackson biopic, the studio announced on Monday. Lionsgate picked up the worldwide rights to the film, also produced by the co-executors of the Michael Jackson estate, John Branca and John McClane, which will allow the project access to Michael's music. John Logan will write the screenplay for Michael after he and King previously collaborated on Martin Scorsese's, hope I said that right, The Aviator. Logan also wrote Ridley Scott's Best Picture winner, Gladiator. King's biopic, in collaboration with Jackson's estate and Logan, was first unveiled in 2019, but had yet to attach a studio until the arrival of Lionsgate. Michael promises an in-depth portrayal of the complicated man who became the king of pop. It will bring to life Jackson's most iconic performances as it gives an informed insight into the entertainer's artistic process and personal life. The film will cover Jackson's beginnings with the Jackson 5, his rise to pop superstardom, and his legal struggles with both civil and criminal lawsuits stemming from allegations of child sex abuse. Jackson died in 2009 at the age of 50. Joe Drake, chair of the Lionsgate Motion Picture Group, said in a statement, "I am very excited that Lionsgate will be part of this epic film, and thrilled to be working with Graham, who has proven success in telling iconic life stories from Bohemian Rhapsody to Ali." Or maybe Ali, I'm sorry if I said that wrong again. When combined with John, we couldn't be in more extraordinary hands. Logan's other films credits include Skyfall, Hugo, The Last Samurai, Any Given Sunday, and Sweeney Todd. He won a Tony for his play Red, and wrote the book for the Best Musical Tony winner Moulin Rouge. King's films credits include The Departed, The Unforgivable Ally, Argo, and he is currently developing the story for the Bee Gees for the big screen. So it looks like they're also doing the Bee Gees as well as Michael Jackson. I believe that's it for the article. I'll go back to this picture of Michael Jackson. Alright everybody, so now we have new information about the biopic. Let's talk about this. Alright everybody, so obviously the big takeaway from that is that Lionsgate will be being part of it now, which is truly amazing, and is showing great things about the writer and all the amazing things that it's done. So right now everybody, we're going to talk about what I kind of hope for in this biopic. Here we go. Everybody, it's not a surprise, and it won't be a surprise, that this will be something that all the critics are going to be looking at. Similar to MJ the Musical. And right now with MJ the Musical, critics are talking about it, saying that it's not talking about the allegations. This is something that's going to have to talk about the allegations. And that's why this is one of my main concerns for the biopic, which I think is called Biopic. So I think I've been saying it wrong this whole time. But because I always say biopic, I'm just going to continue saying that. And yeah, okay. So biopic just sounds better, in my opinion. Back to the topic. This has to be something that is really going to humanize Michael Jackson in a way nothing else could have done. You know, when This Is It was released, the documentary, of course, for This Is It, it really showed people Michael Jackson's creative process. And everybody knows that Michael Jackson is a musical genius when you look at his concerts, his songs, albums, whatever, okay, his short films. Everybody knows about that. But, you know, this is something that the kids have said, like his kids and family and friends, that they don't really know who, like the world doesn't really know who the real Michael Jackson is. So this has to be something that's really going to show who Michael Jackson was as a human. And it has to look at what are the daily struggles he had to face. You know, I talk about this channel a couple times because really it's amazing. There's a YouTube channel called Luna Joe / Yolanda. I hope I'm saying it right. But it really shows, on that channel, it shows a great way of showing people what Michael Jackson's life was day to day. And this is something that the biopic has to do. It has to talk about Michael's, early life in the Jackson 5, and talk about Joseph, how Joseph wasn't always the nicest to him. Then it has to talk about, Michael's vitiligo. This has to be something that really has to be shown, because even to this day, so many people are still talking about Michael Jackson, bleaching his skin. It needs to show everything for what it really was, from Jackson 5 to the Jacksons, vitiligo, plastic surgeries. People always want to say that he's had hundreds, but maybe show why he got them, because of course we know that Michael fell and broke his nose, and he got burned and he needed, scalp surgery, I believe it was called. So this has to show something, and really humanize Michael Jackson. People need to look at this and think of this as a part 2 of the Jacksons and American Dream, because that I've just watched it again, really, and that is a truly amazing movie, documentary. I don't really know what to call it, a biopic maybe even. But that really showed what the Jackson 5, not just Michael, of course, like obviously a big scene, and that was when Tito was getting hit for the guitar, when Merlin was getting hit because he couldn't do the dance moves. So, you know, a lot of people know about that part of Michael's life, but it's the later years, like the Thriller and on. You can even start with Off the Wall and saying how Michael wanted to do The Wiz and the dad really didn't want that. Talk about that. Almost every aspect of Michael Jackson's life really needs to be shown in a humanizing way. And, people might be worried that the Michael Jackson estate is involved and stuff like that. And I'm not worried about that at all, because we are looking at what's going on in MJ the Musical. MJ the Musical right now is a great project to show Michael Jackson's creative process and his musical genius while doing tours and music. Where this biopic will be great to show that as well. And like I said, and I keep saying though, and Michael Jackson's personal life and daily struggles. And when it comes down to the allegations, I mean, there's so much that the media doesn't tell us that this biopic should. It should talk about, how Michael met the family when the car broke down. It should show how the dad kept pressuring Michael to pay for his scripts and all this stuff. And when it comes down to the trial, it has to show how Michael was, having struggles with it. It should talk about, Michael and Sony. For this biopic to really be successful, it cannot sugarcoat anything. Like, look at Janet Jackson. She had to tell her story. She talked about the rumors, about her secretly having a kid and all that stuff. And people watched it with open arms and loved it and loved her. And she is, so popular right now, which is truly amazing. And I think it's time for Michael to have that. Michael has been gone from the world for 12 years now, and he is still ridiculed. This has to be something to show the world who Michael Jackson was, what Michael Jackson meant to the world, and show how he was not an abuser. There is no victims. Michael Jackson is the real victim. This is something that the biopic really has to show, because, anything with the name Michael Jackson on it, the media is going to be, they're going to look exactly at it and try to depict everything. This has to be show everything, like I said, early life, adult life, plastic surgeries, his vitiligo, his dependency on prescription pills. This needs to show, and talk about why did Michael have to do all that kind of stuff. I saw a great video one time, and at the end it said, when Michael Jackson died, they wanted to know what happened, what was he on, why did he die, but they never said, why couldn't this man get some rest, why couldn't this man live in peace, and even after life, he still can't rest in peace. This needs to show how so much stress and everything was on Michael and really humanize him. So, it's exciting that this is coming out. I hope it'll be in the movie theaters. I haven't been in a movie theater in a very long time. Well, I did see Space Jam, the new one, but other than that, I don't know, it's probably when one of the SpongeBob movies came out, like Sponge Out of the Water or something like that. So it's been a very long time since I've been in the movies. I usually just like to watch things at home. But something like this, I'll definitely be there. I'll try to be on there on opening night. And I'd love to see it. So it's exciting because something new is coming that will hopefully humanize him. But they have to be very careful because the media will try to manipulate everything. And John Branca has hopes for this to be one of the best-selling biopics of all time, which I do believe it will happen, to be honest, because I believe This Is It was like the best-selling box office music movie, something like that, of all time. So I think this will be successful for Michael. I just hope they talk about everything. They don't leave a lot of things out, because the media will get that, and show it from Michael's point of view, and really show what we had to go through. I think that's, like I said, that's the main thing, to show the struggles Michael had to go through and really humanize him. And if done properly, I think this is going to be a very amazing project. Alright everybody, that is it for this video. Now let me know in the comments below, do you plan on seeing the biopic? I definitely hope to see it. Like, subscribe, and hit that notification button so you won't miss out on any new videos. You can also follow MJ Central at TikTok at MJ Central 1958. Alright everybody, that's it for this video, and I'll see y'all later.